guys, and welcome to a new video. My name is Lisa and I'm a freelance industrial designer. In this video I'm going to share a week in my life because I'm currently trying to combine work with traveling, which is something I have always dreamed of but never really tried, so let's see how it goes. So I came to St. Petersburg to see my best friend who I haven't seen for years, so that's gonna be fun. And also in the meantime, I'll have to do some bits and pieces for my clients because I have a couple of ongoing projects, but I guess that's gonna be challenging because it's my first time filming a video like this, so wish me luck. So I'm back at the hotel because it's already evening and I need to get some work done, and I thought I would share some projects that I'm currently working on. So before this trip, I've managed to finish all of the work that needs to be done on computer, including 3D modeling, CAD technical drawings, and also graphic design related stuff, because I just really didn't want to take my pretty heavy computer with me. And I only took my iPad, and that was possible because I've managed my time to finish all of the work in advance, and I'm currently working only on the projects that are like at the very initial stage of concept development. So I'm basically drawing the sketches, and then once I'm back, I will then build the 3D models, CAD drawings, etc. So the first project that I'm currently working on is medical equipment. This is the set that is used in the mining industry for daily checks before miners start their shift. And I'm currently brainstorming ideas and trying to figure out the overall shape and how the elements will be organized into one concept in general. Then I'm also working on a shop window design, which is pretty challenging, I'm not gonna lie, because the client owns two restaurants. The first one is a Korean restaurant, and the other one is a budget Russian cafe. And this project is really challenging because both restaurants should be implemented, like showcased in one shop window, and that's hard because they represent different budget groups first. Second, they represent different cultures, and I'm currently trying to find the way of how I can visualize both of them in a very minimalistic way, and so the concept is not confusing, if that makes sense. So the very first idea that came to my mind was to place two dishes that represent each culture in the clearest way possible in 3D, so they will be hanging in space, and the remaining space will be filled with empty plates, and all of that will be with LED light that will contrastly highlight them in the space and the background, which will be dark. I'm not sure if that's workable. Obviously not the best way to go, but it's just the first idea and I wanted to share it. I'm currently on my way to an art gallery, which is always a must-visit place for me when I'm traveling, especially. And yes, I'm wearing two pairs of glasses because guess what? The very first day I came here, I got an eye infection, and so I cannot wear my lenses, but I still need to see everything around myself, basically. I've decided to dedicate that day to classical art, which I absolutely adore, and Hermitage was a perfect place for that. Then I also went to a church which had some truly incredible mosaics that covered the whole interior. Actually, those mosaics were made for a functional reason. Because the weather changes quite a lot during the year there, painted pieces in the nearby church were destructed quite fast, so it was decided to create mosaics for this church to make the interior kind of timeless. And then I made a stop at a local coffee shop to get some work done because the most productive way for me to work is to make several attempts rather than just sit down and do everything at once, especially when I'm at the very initial stage of concept development. Hey guys, so this evening I've decided to go out and do some urban sketching because this is something I was a big fan of when I was in high school, so I thought, why not? And I think that urban sketching is something that really makes you pay attention to details and just makes the overall experience of traveling to new places much more memorable in comparison to photography. So let's go. The street was very busy with lots of people around and no place to sit, so I've decided to go to a park to finish this sketch. I find this art process very relaxing because I'm always used to think about the construction and usability when doing design concept sketches, but here I'm just doodling some beautiful pieces of my trip, doing some kind of a visual diary. I do it only while traveling on my own because I just don't have anybody to talk to. And I usually do sketches like this when I'm tired of non-stop sightseeing or when I have to wait for my meal to get prepared, or like in this case, when I was waiting for my friend to come. As you can see, I'm using a sketching brush which has a water tank in it, so you just squeeze it a little bit and it's enough to mix colors and do small paintings on the go. Here in Russia, we have a very academic approach to higher education in all art-related departments, which means that if you're pursuing a career in design, art, or architecture, you have to be able to draw and paint portraits, landscapes, etc. pretty well. Even though it doesn't make much sense because these skills don't make you a better designer, but maybe that's just my point of view. Unlike others, I didn't attend art school before going to uni, so I have to admit I was pretty bad at those drawing and painting classes, but I still enjoy the process, especially fast sketching like this one. In the next few days, I visited a contemporary art gallery, which had some unexpected pieces there. And I also joined a lecture about selling art there at that museum, which I found quite useful. I think that as a designer, what you can learn from art in general is, of course, the composition, storytelling principles, and color theory. I also went to a photography exhibition which had a great collection of pieces with amazing use of light and different textures, both for artistic and philosophical purposes. So overall, I had a great time. Hey guys, so I'm already back home and I just wanted to share some thoughts on the trip. So the first thing I want to say is that combining work with traveling is not as easy as it might look, because like especially if you're going on a very short trip like I did for a week or even less, because you want to see as much as possible, but you also have deadlines and you're limited with the time in all the sense. And it's just hard. Like I would sleep very few hours to get everything done and also to be able to like walk around during the day. So I would wake up very early in the morning to get some work done, then go sightseeing. Every time I take a break and sit at a cafe, I would also bring my iPad with me and do some work. Then I would also come back to the hotel in the evening to get some work done till night, and I would probably sleep for 6 or 7 hours maximum every day during the trip, because of all that. And I think that is just a little bit overwhelming. And probably if you're going for a longer period of time, like for a month, you would just probably be more relaxed and enjoy the whole traveling experience much more. So obviously it's just my personal experience, but I think that what I can take from it, as well as all of you, is that maybe if you're going for a short period of time, it's just better to just make some extra effort and do much more work in advance, again, if that's possible, and just take a break for the time of your trip and just enjoy the traveling experience rather than just not taking a break and trying to do everything at once. So, anyways, that was a useful experience, I guess, and I'm happy that I've done it. And that's probably all for this video. So please let me know down in the comments if you like this type of content, because it's quite different from what I usually post here. So yeah, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.